Yeah, so bit of a different video today, but gonna be showing you how to ride a motorbike.
One of the options they say they want smoke with me, you don't want to take it there. And these niggas be hating this shit here, it's like a disease. I'm glad that I came prepared. I'm the worst case in there. Better put faith in there. You running like bitch, come here. You better start facing your fears. And your lane better get clear. 20K been a hell of a year. 5950, I aim at his cap.
Like maybe years of never ridden a bike before, you got some dirt bike experience, doesn't matter. We're going to teach you that today. So, what we have right here, yeah, we're going to start from the left hand side to the right hand side. We'll pretty much just get straight into it. So, yeah, right here, got the clutch lever. Pretty bloody important. It's what actually gets it moving in the first place. It's fucking important. We'll get into that a bit later. Then we've got the passer rule, which is actually pretty useless because it just comes into it's basically the same thing as that. So these are the full beams. So this is the normal, which is just lights on by default. I'll show you. So you get lights on by default. Yeah, so this is what pass does. If I can actually, or maybe it has to be on. Anyway, what would happen is that's on by default, so you got lights coming regardless of what happens, yeah. And then you basically got full beams, just like a car. Where yeah, it comes out. I know some cunts have that on all the time. Daytime, nighttime, doesn't matter, have it on. I personally don't worry, just because that does enough on its own. Obviously these are the indicators. Pretty fucking self-explanatory. That one goes left, that one goes right. I'll show you on the other side. See, it goes right there. Pretty bloody self-explanatory there. Just like a car. Then you've got some fucking baby horn, which I don't ever use that, to be honest. Sounds shit. To use the throttle if you've got a aftermarket exhaust system like me. Just use that, rev it up there instead. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much. Oh yeah, then you got the you've got the gear switcher. It's actually a pretty simple system. Right now, as you can see, it's in neutral, which I'll show you that a bit later on. But yeah, neutral. So yeah, it goes. So first beneath that. So if I was to push it down, if it was moving a bit better, it'd go into first. And then if I push up, if you can see with my foot, if you can see that, going up, goes into neutral. So it's basically, yeah, first, neutral, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and if your bike has six like this one, then it goes to sixth, which is just pretty cool. Sort of got ahead of myself doing this part here. I'll just take the key out. This is the ignition barrel. So basically right now it's on actually, yeah, that's on so you can freely move the bars around. So it's different on every bike, but lucky enough the Ninja 400 has this one here. So if I was to lock it up, which if you're leaving it for a bit of time, go like that, locks, literally trying my hardest to move it, it's not going to move. So what you do, chuck the in, rotate it about 45 degrees, and then look at this, can freely move it around. Now currently it's off, so if you want to turn it on, it's not like a car where the engine turns over when you go like that. It's not going to happen. You can hear the engine kind of like prime up there, but yeah, it's on now, and obviously it doesn't go any further, as you can see there. Anyway, so that's that side. That's all the left side. This is just for the passenger. It's pretty bloody useless on a smaller displacement bike like this. Gee, she needs it clean, doesn't she? Fuck. Anyway, so yeah, basically, we'll just start over here. This is the back brake. So pretty much goes over to the back brake. It's probably around about 30% of your stopping power goes to the back brake here, which is yeah, if you want to stop really fast, don't recommend using the back brake. It just doesn't give you enough stopping power. Now, what you got here is, this is the kill switch. So obviously won't start if you use the kill switch like this. It's not going to start. You need it here for it to actually work. Which is yeah, if you ever come into any dramas or anything, chuck this on, engine won't go, even if it's running. Just completely cuts the fuel to the tank here, and yeah, basically won't do anything. So yeah, just for the sake of this video, we're going to keep it here. Now what's this? What's this, you might ask? Unlike this side, where this is the clutch lever, you got the front brake, where about 80% of your stopping power. It's like, if you really want to stop, got to use the front brake. Absolute necessity, front brake, and then obviously back brake. So then you get the full potential stopping power. So you're probably wondering, what the fuck's this? This is just moving around. What's this? This is actually the throttle. So this is the, well, best part of the bike, to be honest. Fucking, this is what makes it going. But we'll get to that after what's this? After we find out what this is. Now this is what pretty much turns the bike on. It's a starter, push starter. Luckily this is all electric, don't have to do a Kickstarter or any of that shit. So, like a dirt bike, if you're from a dirt bike. So yeah, chuck it on. That's basically what gets it going. Fuck, I got a fly on my visor. That's what gets it going. And this is, I'll show you what throttle. It's pretty self-explanatory, it does that, yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much the basics of all the switches on here. Yeah, we'll get into actually how to ride. So we get on here. Alright, so a lot of beginners, when you're like this, it's different on all bikes. For the Ninja 400, for example, got the kickstand here. This is the kickstand, so the bike actually won't start if it's in first gear. Obviously, let me get it in first. So the bike won't start. Kickstand's down. It's different on every bike, but that was a mistake I first made. Was obviously using the kickstand a bit too much, which is cool, but yeah, it's different on every bike. But yeah, this one, no bueno. So gotta get it in first. Obviously start it up, and yeah, get the kickstand up. All good, happy days. And yeah, so you're probably wondering, what the fuck do I do now? Well, since it's in neutral, you can literally move around like this. It's not going to do anything. So, since the kickstand's down, get it in first. And what you want to do, obviously, is pull the clutch in all the way, and it's not going to go anywhere. And what you want to kind of do is find the friction zone. So you want to move it into the friction zone, and you can see it's kind of moving. This is where beginners kind of freak out, obviously. They're wondering, like, what the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do? So a lot of beginners just baby it, use 2 feet, as you can see, using 2 feet. What you want to do is actually get your right foot on the right hand side lever here, which is the back brake, and it won't move. Like, you can kind of try, it might move around a little bit, but you got more control over it, which is cool. So obviously find the friction zone, which I was Move up there, find the friction zone. There it is. Now it's just going to move without doing anything, right? Not even using the throttle, not even using my throttle here, which is cool. And it's obviously just going to keep moving around, which is cool. And then it's obviously just going to stop because you're obviously using the front brake and using the back brake. So it's going to get it back in neutral, and yeah, that's pretty much that. Now the next step up from that is where you get into first gear, and you're going to use a bit of obviously throttle this time. So I'm going to move around, fucking use a bit of throttle, and you kind of just go like that. And obviously when obviously when you want to stop, just fucking pull the clutch in and use front brake, and then there you go, you fucking stood still, not going to move anywhere. So yeah, it's basically the fucking basis of it. Obviously you can fucking get a bit better and start pulling a few wheelies, just like that. That's a bit of a later spot, so you don't need to worry about that for now. Yeah, so that's fucking basically it. And yeah, basis of riding a motorcycle. Happy days.